Hi folks, today's Excel challenge is from Excel BI and same as yesterday, and today there is a set of data, so it's just write up Power Queries array. Seems that it's very easy. It is a little bit easier to solve it with Power Query, so I will try to solve it out and show you the logic between it. I'm taking the our data to Excel sheet and selecting all of the range of the data source. I'm making it to a table. My table has headers, and then I'm coming to the data tab from table range. I've tried a little bit, so I could able to solve it out, and I'll try to show you my logic. The challenge is regarding to the there is a set of data in each row on the column A, and extract the part numbers and dimensions, sum the dimensions for each part numbers. The part numbers starting with P, as you see in here, and it ends with a number. This is the part number, and this is a dimension. Dimension is start with a number, and it is it has a delimiter with x or with multiply value, multiply sign. So we need to extract the part number, and we need to extract the numbers within the dimension. Then I'm starting right now with table at column. I will add a column. My table is source. New column name is gonna be X, and I will work out for each row. Then I want to use text split. I want to split each row by space, and I will work with the data column, so I'm writing data column in here, and after that I created my X column, created my list. Every row turn out to a list. So at that point I will try to extract the part numbers and dimensions, but when I checking it out, I come across that some of the dimension also split up because they are not in the similar formats. As you see, there is number space x space number, but here number x number, so there is not any space before and after the delimiters. So first of all, I need to solve out this problem. I must transform original data sets. I will make the same format of the dimensions. So I'm going back, and I'll try to solve it with text replacer. Again, I'm adding a column. The column name is X, and I will work with each rows, and text replace text replace value. I will write text place replace, and it says that text is now nullable text. It will be our data column, and all text is going to be null, x null, and new text is going to be x. Then I could able to achieve to remove the spaces in the dimensions which has x delimiter, so there's not a problem with this. But when I go back, go down, and I see that there is another dimension format and it has a delimiter of multiply sign. It has also the same issue, so I'm naming this step as A, and I'm doing the same thing exactly. It will be same thing, but now our table is the table just before I've written, so its name is A, and the new column name is going to be Y, and it will be a multiply sign in lieu of X. Then we created our transformed data sets, so from now on I'm gonna use it. I will remove other columns right now, so the step name is going to be and is gonna be C. It will be A, Y, it will start with tablet column and A table, table A. And we have to work with X column, not data column, X column. Then this is okay, yeah. So we removed the other columns, so this data set has been transformed, and now it complies with each other. I mean, in terms of the format of the dimensions. So from now on, I'll try to extract the numbers inside the dimension values. So I will tablet column again, and I will work with the C table, and the new column name is gonna be Z. So each text split any, and my column name is Y. So separator will be separators as text. It's already directing me, so it will be in our dimension values. The delimiters are X and multiply sign, and after that I'm getting this kind of values. For example, yeah, I think it's better to add, within the delimiters, I think it's better to add also a space, and we can get a better result now. as you see, for example, row number 4, the dimension has 15 x 8 x 2. So this means that we already extracted those numbers. It's good for this row, but when I come to row number 6, I come across with a problem, because okay, my formula also separated the dimensions. I could able to attain 8 value and 2 value, but unfortunately there is also another individual number value, which is 5. So it will create a big problem for me. So in order to solve this issue, I must make another I have to do another thing. First of all, let's do this text splits with only space value, so I can get the number values easily in that way. As you see, I could able to separate the individual values. Also, instead of row number 5, is there another individual value in the other rows? Let's check it. I could able to see only row number 6. I think there is not any other. This one also complies with okay, only there is a problem with row number 6 right now, but this has to be a dynamic solution, so we need to solve this issue. I will try to make number 5 a 0. If I can do this, it will turn out well in order to solve this challenge. So after that one, I have to create a record, and I can interfere the values inside this list easily. In order to create a record, I'm defining a variable name, and at the end of the function of the text splits, I'm putting a rectangular bracket again. Then I acquired records for each row, and in order to turn it out a list for each row, I added this already created record at the end of the rectangular brackets, and then now I attained the list. So after that, the next step is gonna be from this point I will create another step in the records, and it will, because of Z column, in the Z column every row has list. I will work with the list transform, because only list transform will comply with the lists. So after that, list transform, and it says that what's the name of the list. Name of the list is the previous step A, and I will work in each row. Then I'm trying to get individual values inside the list. So because of this, I can say you that can say you that for example row number 6, this individual 5 value, it is not the Power Query is not recognizing it as number, it is recognized as text right now. So we need to turn it to number, because in order to do this we will add another step in here, and I'm writing the step again, and I'm writing number from. This means that number from text, number from, and I could able to get 5. So this is what I want, and after that, from now on, I want to do number 5 as 0. So if I will use the if statements at that point, if number from these statements are greater than 0, then make it 0, else null. This will be my logic, and let's check. Yeah, I made 5 as 0, so this is what I want. So there is another row in here, row number 10. It has also same issue. I could able to do this 40 number. I replace it with 0, so I achieved individual numbers within the list, not to affect the sum of the dimensions. So I could able to do this from now on. Unfortunately, within the list, if I come across with error, I'm having too much difficult. How can I remove it? So I will try to from now on, I think I will not try to remove the error values, but I will create another step in order to make a text split within the dimensions. I will separate, for example, 12, 8 and 3, but I will do this irrespective of step B inside the records. So I will add another step. This will be list transform, and I will use step A, the first step. In order to do this, I'm working separately on the separate issues right now. Each text splits, I can use text splits. Each text split any, and any row, this means that any row text splits, I can, the delimiters are multiply sign and x. In order to see step C, I have to change this value as C. List transform. We have already list in the Z, and when I go back to in order to see step A, I'm changing it to A. That point, I think I need to work same as with A. So list transform, text splits. If I write the exact same thing, I think it will be better. And I'm writing step C, and this will be this one, the delimiters of the dimension. So I want to display C. Yeah, I could able to get it. And in order to get rid of the, for example, just juxtapose of 3, there is a statement of with case. So in order to remove it, I can do it this one. Yeah, it is working good. And how about row number 6? It is still having individual 5. And yeah, after this point, I think, how about this, for example, when I do this one, yeah, it will be better. I'm doing the text split with only space delimiter, so I want to separate the dimension values as they are written in the origin data sets. After that, I will work out with this kind of function. Step D, text contains C. Within the C step, if the text contains X, I want to display D. Yeah, it says that we cannot convert a value of type list to type text, so I have to do this with list transform C. Each text contains each value in the list, so I'm using this value and another brackets. So this means that I could able to get true and false at that moment. If there is X in the list, I could able to get true. For example, here the true, here there is not true because it has multiply sign instead of X. So here also there is a true, as you see. Here also there is a true. Okay, so the problem is with text contains, when I write the other delimiter for the dimension, which is multiply, when I write this, as you see, it doesn't work. Text contains need to be substring as text. Yeah, so it's not possible if I try this one or this one, not working and giving error. So also when I try to write as list, it's not also possible. This sign, this brackets type is for the list. So as you see, it's the curly bracket, so it's for list. But unfortunately, text content doesn't work with this one as well. Doesn't work. Text contains our query. So text as normal text, substring as text. It is behaving, it is behaving together. Unfortunately, there is not any option for text contain to handle this issue together. It's not working for multiple delimiters. Because of this, I will correct this bracket again. These brackets are very important, and I will use only x value. So I could able to separate, I could able to take the true value for x1, and after that I can write OR. I have to write OR function, and text contains, instead of x, I will write the multiply sign. Then as you see, I could able to get the true value for this row, for the dimension value, so there is not any problem at that point. Okay, and can I write this kind of thing? If this value is true, if it is true, then it's possible, then write this one, for example, as null. Yeah, it is very good. And there is comma is problem also. There is a problem with the comma sign. Can I text remove? Text remove in here is possible. Okay, I'm going to do the other step name A, and I will again use list transform, and I will apply this list transform to step D, and each row text remove, remove char, comma. So that's going to work. In order to display E step, I'm changing it to E. Yeah, it is working here. It is very good, and I could able to get rid of the comma sign. It will create another problem for me. So this is okay. And so how about step, it was it C? How about this one? C, not C, B. Yeah, okay. So I need to, at that point, I could able to remove the individual values. For example, row number 6, there is individual value as 5. I could able to change it as 0 with step B, and after that I could able to get the values of the dimensions by the step E. So both of them are list, as you see. Step E is list and step B also list. So I want to step F, and I want to aggregate them with list zip. And in order to do this, I am using a curly bracket, and it also says list as list. So I will use step B and step E. I want to display F. So B also consists of list. Yes. Okay. I can do B and E, and it's created like this. It's created. I want to display step F. So can I do list combine at that point? List combine. And yes, I could able to merge step F, step E and step B. So for example, let's go row number 6. As you can see, our individual value in here was 5, and I could able to achieve to turn it out as 0, and also I could able to get its dimension 8 multiplied 2 at the end of the list. So all I want is accomplished at that point with step F. And as I told, actually I don't know how to handle errors within the list, because when I write here remove error, it says that it is directing me to the table. If these errors are within a table, it is very easy to handle, to remove them. But within the list I cannot do this. Hawkeye doesn't have a function as far as I know. So from that point I have to expand to new rows. So I must go into next step to turn all of the list values to table. So I can able to get table. Right now I'm in the table mode, and I can, this is step E. I want to remove nulls. This remove I have to remove errors. Table remove rows with errors. This is what I want in order to get rid of the errors. So when I worked out, yeah, very good. I removed all of the rows which contains errors. Now it is very comfortable to work with, and also I will get rid of null, and also 0 doesn't have an effect right now. And there is another word in the name of hex. I'm also deselecting this one, and so this is only my dimension values. So the challenge got easier. Now my table has a very easy shape. I can get the numbers within the dimension text. These are text right now, and I will tabulate column. I will use the tabulate column again. Tabulate column. I will work with the table just before I created, and the name of the table is gonna be I, and each text split any, and I will use this one. I will work for each row, this means, and my brackets is very important. Type of the bracket is very important. It is gonna be a normal bracket right now, and within it will be text, and I will text split with x and multiply. It is very easy, and this will be z column because I have to work in the z column. So this is okay. This is what I want. But these are texts. As you see, these are text. How can I understand? They are not italic. When they turn into number, they became italic format. So and these are lists, as you know, these are lists. Let's do another record now. In order to interfere easily, I will name it A, and I will turn every row to record. From that point I will use this one. Yeah, these are record now, as you see. Inside the records there are lists, and in order to reach out the lists I will name it A, because I my records in the A step right now. So in order to see A within the A, I have to add this A step, A value in here with the rectangular brackets. Then I could able to reach out the lists. Now I will, within the records, I will create another step, and it's gonna be B. So because of these are lists, I'm talking about the I column. Because of it is lists, I have to use a list function, list transform, and after that my list is A, the step before, and each number from each one. So my target is to turn each value to number from text. I want to display B step, so this is, as you see, each of them turn into number. I could able to get it, and now I want to use list sum. I could able to get the numbers now. This is the challenge. So I could able to get the numbers, as you see. The first one is 17 and 23, 45. Yes, it is okay now. And you know the name of the column is sum of dimensions, so because of this I'm changing it to sum of dimensions in here. It is okay now, but the next step is gonna be h. The next step is extracting the part numbers, because this column part no, starting with in each row there are texts, words starting with P and end with a number. So there is another issue now, we have to solve it. That point I will add another tablet column, and my table is the one previously we have created, and this name, let's say this name is I. Now each text splits text contains text. Okay, text splits. I'm working for the Y column, so I'm writing Y column. These curly brackets referring Y column, and text splits is going to be space. When I use this, I'm getting again word by word. Each line is now word by word, and my targets are here, just here. This is gonna be H and I, and I will use again, I will turn it into a record in order to interpret it easily. It will be named as A again. At the end of the function, I will close its regarding brackets, and I'm getting the records, and in order to see inside the records, I'm writing the already defined variable. So list is here, and I'm now within my records, I'm creating another step, and this will say text contains text as null text A, and substring is going to be P. Start with the P because it will start with the P. And in order to display the step B, I have to write B. Yeah, I have to work with the list transform. Each this can work now. Each list transform here. Yeah. List transform. When I display A, these are all lists. Because of this, I need to use the function of list transform, but text contains I could able to get now for example true for if it is starting with P, it turned out to be true, but unfortunately in the data set there are other words which start with P. So instead of our parts number, there are other words in the data sets which start with P. Because of this, these are also true. Let's say if it is true, then inside this function, if it is true, then write all of the list, else null. Yeah, I could able to get all of the list now, but as you see, other words that we don't want are also included. So what can we do right now? We have to remove the other words starting with P instead of our part numbers. So what can we do now? In our part numbers, there are numbers. Is part values, there are numbers. As you can see, there is 2, 3, 9. But within the other words, there are not any numbers. So this is, we need to go through this. We have to utilize from this advantage, or we can create an advantage from this case. So this is what can we do? Again, text contains coming to my mind, but as I tried to explain in the previous steps, text contains doesn't handle the multiple values. So I cannot handle both 9, 3 and 2 at the same time. So it will be long, but I want to use this one. This is already the list, so I need to use list transform, and list transform step B, I will use the step B, and each text contain each row. If text contain each row, for example 9, it will turn out true. As you see, for this one, it will turn out true, and the other words turn out false. So, but unfortunately we cannot handle both of numbers. So when I write this kind of thing, it doesn't work. As you see, it doesn't work. Text contains works with only one value. So this is very long solution, but I want to do this, or I will use or. Text contains 1 or 2. Text contains 1 or 2 or 3. Or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 0. Yeah. And this is what I want. I could able to get only our part numbers, the other words starting with P, letter P, turn out false. So I can write again if statement in here. If it is true, give me the list value, then giving the list value as null. Yes. Then yes, then here very important, I need to make a space. Okay, this is working. Yeah, it is what I want. As you see, I could able to acquire the part numbers and with errors now again. So in order to handle the errors, I will expand to new rows and I will go into the table phase. I will do this G and remove errors. Table remove rows with errors. This is a very good function. And I removed all of the errors and I will remove the null. Is there anything else to remove? No. So G key L HIJKL. Yeah, this is okay. And this column name is gonna be parts no, and I'll copy it. This will be part no. Yeah, this will be part no. Parts number, I think there is a step. So this is good. I will select those one and remove other columns, and this is JKL M and results. Yes, first row is correct, seems correct. It is okay. Goes on load 2. I'm creating a creation, only create a creation. I want to check it in here, existing worksheets, and this one. Add this to data model. No, it is regarding to power plot. Okay. This is my values. So let's check it. This one. This one and this one. So this one seems not correct. It needs to be 30. Let's check it out. Oh, there is there are same parts numbers because of this. Okay, it's not going to be a result, and we can group by sum of dimension again, the column name, sum of dimensions. So this is okay. when I close and load to, I will delete it and I will check it again. So they are both same. There is also another issue in here. This is same, okay, but there is another issue in here. Let's check. P28AS8. What is the problem? I wonder about. This one is going to be 28. When we go to source file. P2S8. S8K1 12 16 18 it has to be 30. I think it has to be 30, so there may be a problem with the original answer expected. It can be okay, there is not a problem, so our solution seems correct. So this is our code. It is quite long, but it works. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day, evening.